Wuthering Waves is steadily growing its characters, and with them, the echo sets you can equip them with. Given the rise of characters with more complex kits, let's dive into which echo sets you need most to be better prepared for the characters you have and for those that will launch in the next versions. Starting with the most obvious one, Frosty Resolve is an echo set that brings a huge buff to Glacio DPS characters that scale with resonance skill damage, and even better, to those that do both. This is the favorite echo set of Carlotta and Lingyang, as they both scale with resonance skill and Glacio damage, with Carlotta able to fully utilize the double buff in resonance skill damage it gives, since she can cast Resonance Liberation 2 times easily. No other characters are really benefiting from this echo set at the moment, maybe with a tiny exception to anyone wanting to play Zezi as a main DPS, especially with Nightmare Labilumen as a new 4-cost echo. Other than that, I would say the future investment potential of this echo set is mediocre. Any new Glacio DPS scaling with resonance skill damage will want this set for sure, but anyone else will find a hard time pairing with this with all the other options available. There could be a resonance skill damage dealer in the future that is not Glacio based and could benefit a lot from this set, but they will have to fully utilize its other abilities by casting at least 2 resonance liberations like Carlotta does, or else this set won't be as good for them. For the above reasons, I'd give this echo set 3.5 stars at the moment, as it is extremely strong for the characters it can be paired with, but there are only 2 benefiting from this set, and any future characters will need to have a very specific kit to do so. Following up is Empyrean Anthem. This is an echo set perfect for sub-DPS characters with coordinated attacks, as it not only buffs their coordinated damage by a whopping 80%, but if the character crits, they also amplify attack by 20% for the active resonator, usually that being the main DPS. For that reason, Yinlin, Zezi, Mortefi, Wanhu, and even Cantarella in non-Havoc teams can benefit from this set a lot. Heck, even Verina could potentially wear this, but don't do it. The only downside of this echo set is the need for high crit rate for the character wearing it, or else the 20% attack buff won't proc as much as you would want, making the stat balance for this set hard to achieve. Or, just run Swordkeeper and be done with it. Plus, any future coordinated attack damage dealers, as we have seen recently with Cantarella's addition, can benefit from this echo set for sure. For the above reasons, I would give this set 4 stars. To be fair, I really think this is a 5-star echo set in terms of importance, but it makes it difficult to call it a 5-star set with the inherent need for the sub DPS to have a healthy crit rate without sacrificing every other stat. Next is Midnight Veil, a Havoc focused echo set and an amazing set for any Havoc sub DPS wanting to buff a Havoc DPS. It gives a lot of damage to the Havoc sub DPS with its flat stat at 480% damage bomb it throws by just switching out for the Havoc main DPS, but also buffs the Havoc damage of that character as well. It's straightforward and easy to proc, making it the best option for characters like Cantarella, Dungeon and Rokia, especially if Havoc Rover and Camellia are the main DPSs of the team. Any Havoc sub DPS coming out next will also benefit a lot from this set, but of course, only them and no one else. For that reason, I will give the set 4 stars, as it is extremely good for any Havoc sub DPS character and lineups, but useless for anyone else not of the Havoc element. Up next is Eternal Radiance, a set that recently became more important. Bluntly, its effect is huge. It gives 20% crit rate bonus if the character inflicts Spectro-Frazzle to the enemy, and with 10 stacks, they even get another 15% Spectro damage bonus on top of the flat 10% they already have, without counting Nightmare Echoes, of course. Its value is insane, and that's why Phoebe and Spectro Rover love this echo set. Spectro Rovers have other echo set options in case they are not running as the main DPS of the team, to be fair, but still, if you want your Spectro Rovers to deal damage, that is the set to aim for. However, due to the Spectro-Frazzle requirement for this set to run well, it makes it a bad option for other Spectro characters, given that Celestial Light is just better than Eternal Radiance if you don't count the crit rate boost Eternal Radiance provides. Also, there is some potential for future characters to benefit from this set, but you have to be both Spectro and be able to inflict Frazzle on the enemy to really benefit from the set, so it kinda limits the options. For that reason, I would grade it a 3-star Echo set. Another Echo set that finally became relevant is Tidebreaking Courage. Its weird ability made it the least viable Echo set for any character in the game. I'm looking at all of you who try to play Swordkeeper DPS, and I'll just say that I want to do that. But that was changed recently with Brad's release, as he is the only character that can fully utilize this Echo set and make it work wonders. Its prerequisite of 250% energy regen to achieve that 30% attribute boost it can give is a pain to achieve. It limits every other stat the character can gain, so it needs a very specific kit to be able to work really well, and that's what has been done with the case of Brad. With his inherent ability to scale attack with energy regen and take 50% attack as well as a 30% attribute damage boost on top of that all, makes it an incredible option for him. But, really, only for him. For that reason, I'll give this Echo set 2 stars, as it is an Echo set that needs a character's kit to be tailored to Tidebreaking Courage's ability to work well, instead of the other way around. I think it's hard to do that, and not so many future characters will be able to benefit a lot from this. Last but not least is the new Echo set released with a new region, Gusts of Welkin. This is one of the very good ones on paper. It provides aero damage boost to the character wearing it, as well as the whole team if said character inflicts aero erosion, the quote-unquote new aero debuff released with Aero Rover's launch. The great thing about this Echo set is that it is flexible, and that's because it can be used both as a set for an aero sub DPS and as a set for an aero main DPS. Granted, the one wearing it has to have the ability to inflict aero erosion, or otherwise it's utterly useless. Still, the overall potential is huge, as it even gives the option for full aero teams to become a thing, just how Midnight Veil has done for Havoc teams. The aero erosion is what makes it very neat, but also limits it when compared to other options, so for that reason I would give it 4 stars, given that I believe more and more aero characters will come out with aero erosion and be able to benefit from that Echo set, both as main DPS characters and some DPSs. Plus, we already have the best aero sub DPS / support we would ever need. That's all about the Echo sets we have available in Arena Sita. I hope I could give you some good info about what to invest and keep on your mind more, for you to be better prepared for the upcoming version releases. Things are about to become very interesting, so hold on tight to your Echoes and farm what you believe you need most now, as well as what characters you'll be picking up next. Till we meet again, stay safe and hydrated, Rovers. Peace out.